Greetings, fellow traders. Bob here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Friday, March the 19th, 2021. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right. Well, let's see where we left off with the market here today. So monthly chart here down 2 points. Still green here on the monthly. Weekly chart kind of gave us another red spinning top right here. Not quite overbought here on the RSI yet, so maybe not too much to be concerned about, but could be a kind of an under overbought bearish divergence. So we'll see if we get any follow through on that. Daily chart, a little bit of a doji right here. We could reverse off these levels. So again, they did push it here to the end of the day. So it is possible that this is our A move. This is our B move, and we might see a larger C move down. We'll see where this this wave 4 goes. Again, it's if it was going to be a 4 of here, it would just basically the 618, it could actually hit that right here and still would not invalidate the wave 1 move. So we'll see how it goes going into next week. Definitely going to be interesting. Let's take a look at the SPY. Let's see what kind of volume we got here today. So for quad witching day, we actually didn't really see a lot of huge volume. It's kind of blah, but it is what it is. They still gave us a little bit of fireworks at the end of the day as they flushed into the end of the day. Now we have over $4 billion market on close on the buy side, right? So there's a good chance that the market gaps up based just on that number, but it makes it tough, right? You got to kind of assume that this dip is going to get bought right here. So I think it's a little bit tricky on the wave count, and let's just see what it goes going into next week. But nice little flush here at the end of the day after all this chop throughout the day. Good gravy. Basically, the trade of the day was the move that we talked about earlier today, right? So if you go here, that was it, right? So getting in off of this this bounce candle right here gave us a nice move, and that ended up getting some follow to the upside. Then it was just choppy, sloppy for the rest of the day. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at the MES and see what kind of geometric lines we have going tomorrow. So this geometric line, or next week, this geometric line is obviously going to be a big one. We got a nice turning point here. We'll have to see if we get any sort of triangulation off of those levels, but we'll go from there. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the Qs. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're doing. We'll look at the IWM here in a second. So Qs again, basically just kind of chopping around here. We did hold this geometric line. That was a very, very important level for them to hold today. So we'll see if that continues to hold up going into next week. The IWM, some strange relative strength right here. It could be bull flagging. And again, big bounce off of the channel right here. If you kind of zoom out, right? Nice channel right here, right? So bottom of the channel, bounce, bottom of the channel, bounce again. So maybe it'll work its way to the top of it going into next week. So we'll see where we go from there. Let's take a look at the XLF. So XLF again, basically just this was tough at the open, right? So this got us short in ideas, names like Bank of America, right? And even Boeing, right? So we had some weight on this right here, but it couldn't get over its 15-hour high today. So we'll see how that goes going into Monday. Apple, they look at that. They closed it basically right at 119.99, just to make sure that everybody who was at the money had the 120 calls or puts on it were basically just out of it right there, which is pretty wild. So if you had the 120 calls on it, sorry, missed it by a penny. Sorry. So look at all those. Look at that volume right there. That's options getting exercised here at the end of the day. So we probably see it more today than most days, right? So keep an eye on that there. Let's say Tesla. So Tesla again was tough, guys. It was just a tough one today. I shorted this. I pointed out a short on this one today. Where were we? Here, I think off of this level. Let me go 5-minute chart, see if I can get it. Oh yeah, off of the triangle right here. So right there, magical triangles, guys. You gotta love it. So it's kind of steep right here. It wasn't my favorite type of triangle, but it did give us a move. I was hoping we'd at least come back down and test a couple of these levels, but my first target was 640 on it. We hit it basically to the tick. So I ended up giving a nice triangle breakdown. Then then it kind of bounced off of it and just did its thing. So, but all good there. Let's take a look at NEO. Let's take a look at baby Tesla here today. So that actually had a pretty strong day today and continued to work its way up. So right back to the ADMA. So let's see how that holds right there. It could be working on an H cell pattern here on the daily chart. So let's see if we can get some more strength going into next week. It does look generally pretty bullish though. Boeing, rough day today, all over the place. Ended up holding the ADMA here so far. Amazon, again, decent recovery right there, back to the ADMA. Let's see if it gets any more follow through next week. DKNG, strong close today, guys. Good volume on this one. Nice close over the ADMA. Definitely want to keep an eye on the radar going into next week. Clovis, that was a big one right there. Big upper shadow off the daily cloud, but keep an eye on that one going into next week. See if we can get some follow through. NIECO is actually kind of getting tight down here. Might be wanting to do a pushback to the ADMA, so keep this on the radar going into next week. Target, big close on this one today. Again, a little bit extended on the smaller term time frames, but that was a big move today back over the 50-day on Target. So keep an eye on that one going into next week. And finally, Fubo. Looks interesting. Keep it on the radar. could be working on a move right here. This is kind of radar only type stuff, but see if we could give a little bit of a push too. So, anyway, good stuff, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in here. We'll see you guys on Sunday for the Elliott Wave Show with Paul with Algo 382 as we do our weekly Elliott Wave analysis, riding the waves with John and Paul. And until then, guys, stay healthy out there and remember your risk first and stay safe. See you in the game.